purchases over time. So I'm going to add transaction date, and then I'm going to look at purchases by employee. And I'm going to do employee ID. It's not very informative. I probably would prefer to have an employee name here, but I'm going to do employee ID just for simplicity purposes. And I'm going to go ahead and filter out all null values. And now for each employee, this is showing purchases over time. And I'm going to go ahead and change this to month. Notice that all these are consistent now at 6 million. It's quite useful if I want to compare employee to see if some employees have higher or lower sales than others. So for example, by having the same range, I can pretty easily see that this employee has very low purchases compared to this employee. However, if the goal here is to analyze this employee's changes in purchases over time, then by having this range set to the same thing, it's very hard to analyze that. So if I want to see a range that makes it a little bit easier to see changes for this employee, I can right click on this and say edit axis, and then I can say independent axis ranges for each row and column. And now I get for each employee the y-axis changes. But again, if you're trying to compare row to row or column to column for that matter, then it might make sense to have the same axis range. But if if the focus is mostly looking at one employee, then it might make sense to change the axis range.